Hello and welcome to Company Access. Today we're joined by David Brudenell, the Executive Chairman of Verdure. David, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me.
Could we start perhaps for those that aren't that familiar with your company by you giving a bit of an overview about what your company is and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Happily. Verdure is a health and beauty company that's going through a bit of an AI transformation at the moment. It was founded in 2018 with the company 13 Cs, which is an activated therapeutics company. Shortly thereafter, they acquired a natural beauty company called Edible Beauty, aptly named. Of it. In late last year, they entered into strategic partnership with an AI company called Decidr, and Decidr Group Pty Limited, and they established an AI vehicle called Decidr AI, of which LV1 owns 45% of, and Decidr Group owns 55% of. Over the past 7 months, since my appointment, we've really put the work into transforming into an AI first company. Like, I truly believe that all businesses will become AI businesses. You know, if you think back to the days before the internet, when companies were offline and they decided to create their online businesses. It's a good argument to say every business needs an online business today.
Yep.
And I firmly believe that in the not too distant future, every business will have an AI business as part of it. So LV1 is rapidly transforming into an AI enablement company.
So that to that point, it is a fast-growing part of the market. There will be competitors of yours out there. How does the Decidr business set itself apart from some of its competitors in that space?
Yeah. Well, John, I worked in AI for a number of years before joining LV1. And I can tell you that nearly all of the artificial intelligence that people see out in the world, a good chunk of it is not AI. It's actually machine learning, or what's called ML.
Yep.
But of the AI companies that are out there, all of the AI companies they deliver AI assistance in what's called a vertical application. So that typically means that the AI agent works in one particular area, like a CRM or a customer service, or et cetera, et cetera. And it's actually working in industry, it's incredibly expensive to be able to build your own AI agent. We're talking about entry level of kind of low millions of dollars to be able to do that, which puts it out of the hands of many businesses. And contrary to what people think AI is, thanks to James Cameron and Hollywood movies, AI is actually very dumb, and it needs continual data to train it and to make it more intelligent. So when you think about AI, it's really only those things that are in our phones and that enterprises have access to, and that really creates a big chasm in the middle with small and medium type size businesses. So what Decidr does is Decidr has a very unique architecture. Most of the AI on this planet is built using databases that were actually created for humans, right? Relational databases in columns and rows.
Yep.
And Decidr actually created its architecture for artificial intelligence, which is very inhuman in a good way,
Right.
in a good way, not a James Cameron Terminator way. Um, and that approach to creating an AI first architecture eliminates the vast majority of costs to build your own custom AI agents. So contrary to what all the market has today, which is a vertical application of AI, Decidr is a horizontal AI operating platform. And by being horizontal, we can touch all parts, or I should say most parts of a business. And that's everything from sales through to mid-office and operations, all the way down to back office and suppliers. And we can do that very affordably and very quickly.
So you talked before about the cost for some of those small to medium enterprises to develop their own capability. Your proposition is that here's a capability that we can plug into your business. You recently signed partnerships with Career One and Elmo. Can you talk a little bit about how those partnerships work, and then what is the future for Verdure and Decidr?
Yeah. Well, we're really excited about those partnerships. And I'm excited to tell you why, because when you think about artificial intelligence today through assistance, artificial intelligence is really only a single direction. So if I give you an example, there are companies out there who have created AI sales development resources that can automatically or automagically look at a record and even make a telephone call out to a potential customer, right? That sounds amazing for productivity, but that is essentially putting the vast power of AI into people's phones, which we don't really want to answer.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's really starts to get really sexy and starts to get really powerful is when AI starts to talking to AI. And by partnering with, and I'll start with Career One as an example, the job hunting process is a bit soul destroying. We haven't had to do it in a little while, John, but for most people, it's a very, it's a gut wrenching process, and it's very difficult because every job has a different job title. They have different skills.
Yeah.
And, what we see in the market today is, if I use an example for the job title of marketing manager here in Australia, there are 362 variations of that job. So how would a person even know
Yeah.
how to apply to those jobs? And so by partnering with Career One, we can take their 5 million job seekers every single year who go to their website, but as well by giving those job seekers an AI talent agent. That talent agent can do inhuman things like look across all those 362 job titles and not only help that person select the right jobs to apply for, but do it at scale and even customize those jobs for those employees. So they can take away some of the pain
Yeah.
applying for a job, but also provide new discovery. There's a new metro line here in Sydney that opens up new corridors, and it's very efficient. Many job seekers wouldn't think about those new corridors in Barangaroo because they don't even think about how they get to work. Now, the AI talent agent, which is available now in Career One, can do those things and can ask those intuitive questions to people and knows those things all the time. And that's what's great about AI. And that's just one half of the proposition. So to create AI to AI, if you want an AI talent agent, you also want an AI recruiter. And we've collaborated with C1 to build that as well, which now your recruiter AI that's powered by, that assists the business who's posting the job ad or who has that job requisition can now talk to the AI talent agent in an inhuman way to be able to find the best people. And the pair of those two AI within Career One can go as far as doing video interviews on the mobile phone for the job seeker,
Right.
and book interviews between those two parties. So what was soul destroying and took weeks and potentially months, now as an employer wanting to hire people within Career One, you can go in, put your job ad up, and get candidates instantly and have interviews booked automatically by AI, which is pretty exciting. And then with Elmo, which is one of Australia's largest HR information systems, or HRIS is what they call. Elmo has 3,000 medium and large size employers and over 1 million employees who utilize the Elmo platform. And what we've been able to do is to take that fantastic Career One product and embed it within the Elmo platform. And so now Elmo clients or Elmo employers, when they put in the job requisition, they can fast track that experience and get candidates instantly within that platform. And again, that's AI to AI talking, which is really exciting and efficient. So not only, at Decidr, most of the AI today is very much focused on efficiency, where what we're able to do with Decidr is focus on both efficiency and productivity on the back of that. It'll give tremendous amounts more time and more talent into organizations very, very quickly. And for Decidr sits at the nexus of all of those exchanges using our technology and offers up new revenue opportunities for Decidr, both between Elmo and Career One, but also within those customer bases of 125,000 employers who exist in those two companies' portfolios.
So you've given examples of health and the beauty sector, and then career, HR.
Yes.
Is it fair to say that the application of Decidr, the addressable market, is quite significant by way of industries that it can be applied to?
Yeah, it is. It is, John. Decidr is very much a homogenous platform. It's a generalized platform. And our vision at Decidr is just like Google did 25 years ago, they indexed the entire web and provided that to businesses and ushered in arguably the most successful company in humankind, as well. Certainly built an entire new sector within online and e-commerce. We aspirationally are focused on creating what we believe is called the agentic web. And we want to create the agentic web at Decidr, which includes building partnerships that have access to these businesses, but also creating an AI business for every single company that transacts out there.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting. And our technology is sector and category agnostic. Really, we are, what Decidr does is it takes all those hidden tasks that are in our human brains, and we create production lines out of them, just like in the physical world and mass production lines in the automotive industry and in, creating products. And our platform can help businesses start to capture those. And what's amazing about artificial intelligence when used affordably and when used practically is that AI has perfect memory. It includes humans, and that's where the specialist nature of humans, and that's how we can elevate employees to do higher order work or more productive work on it. Taste, judgment, intuition, joy, those types of things. Because no one wants to slog and jamming stuff into a CRM system for 30% of their day.
Yeah. So, David, if we think about Verdure from here as an investment proposition, what should investors be thinking or looking for as far as potential catalysts over the next 3, 6 or more months?
Yeah. I'd say there's a few. I think there's a few, John. The first one would be a continuation of this partner-led strategy that we have at Verdure and through Decidr. Those partners, again, a partner or a platform has the same problems as a business. It's very expensive to create AI for their companies. And in addition to that, I'd argue that SaaS platforms or platforms just in general, they have a constant desire by their customers to maintain relevance and to be ahead of the curve in providing value. And if you think about a business and the business software that they use, you have an accounting platform, you have an HR platform, a marketing platform, a sales platform, et cetera, et cetera. And so, we're looking towards expanding our footprint of partnerships to capture all those different business functions, because not only can we create opportunity for Verdure by creating what I would say is intra revenues between the partner, but also inter revenues within their very, very large basis of customers. So I think that would be one thing. The second thing is, as we've kind of learned through the edible beauty proof of concept, one of the amazing things that came out of it, and there was numerous in terms of the productivity that our technology put into that resulted in edible beauty, but also, what edible beauty calls Ava, which is the sales agent, which is powered by Decidr. It speaks 176 languages, and it knows not only the products better than humans, but it knows the ingredients of the products better than humans, and can in a nuanced way have those conversations. Is we've realized that Verdure, that our investment Decidr is that generalized platform, but it's a global platform.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking towards international markets. Our product is very extensible. It's highly multilingual and highly transferable. And we can, as evidenced by some of the releases that we put out on edible beauty, we're able to deliver our solutions very quickly as well because of the technology. Really. So I'd say those are the two big catalysts that I'm currently focused on. As exec director in the business. So very hands-on in the business and really focused. I think the AI revolution. Smarter people than me and more successful people than me have said that it will, when comparing it to even the internet revolution, is that the internet revolution will pale in comparison to the AI opportunity in front of us. So I want to get on that wave.
You may have just answered the next question, but finally, David, and thanks for your time today. For those that don't have Verdure in their portfolios, why should they have Verdure in their investment portfolios?
Sure. Well, I think on that last point that I said is that every business in the near future will be an AI first business. And when you look at the market today, both private market, international private market and public market, there's a lot of AI startups that are moving into the marketplace. But the vast majority of those AI startups are vertically focused. And so I'd say that first, in terms of capital allocation, is to take a good look at vertical application versus horizontal application, mainly for some of the reasons that we talked about today. And secondly, in public markets, there is only a handful of public market companies who are arguably true AI companies, and even a smaller group of companies who can serve the SME space. In that place. So that puts Verdure and our partnership with Decidr puts Verdure in a very advantageous space, I'd argue, to be able to deliver. Ultimately, as a company, we need to deliver. We have to grow our customer base and grow revenues and be successful and be profitable. But as 2025 will be the agentic year, the first era of the agentic way. And our technology puts us very much at the frontier of that to take advantage of it.
David, thanks for joining us today. Great to hear the story of Verdure, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Sandstone Insights Company Access.